They called him king, but before the crown there would be a cross. Before the victory there would be silence. This is not the story of how Jesus was praised. This is the story of how he chose to suffer and why it changed everything. Jerusalem was filled with expectation. Pilgrims had come for the Passover, remembering deliverance, remembering freedom. And now, Jesus of Nazareth had entered the city.
Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.
Two disciples discuss the crowd's expectations. They welcome him as king.
Yes, but do they understand what kind of king he is?
They laid palm branches before him. They praised him with their voices. But many were hoping for a throne, not a cross. What do we do when we find out that the kingdom Jesus brings is not as we had expected? As evening came, Jesus gathered with his disciples in a large upper room. He said to them,
I have earnestly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer.
Before you suffer?
He then took bread and gave thanks and broke it and gave it to them, saying,
This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me.
Then he took the cup.
This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. One of you eating with me at this table will betray me.
Lord, is it I?
The Son of Man goes as it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom he is betrayed.
Love was offered freely, even to those who did not yet understand or appreciate it. Jesus understood the great assignment before him. He knew that for his divine purpose on earth to be fulfilled, he had to go to the cross. He knew the great rejection, loneliness, and agony awaiting him. He had an urgent need for the comfort, assurance, and strength from God, his Father. He took 11 of his disciples with him. They went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. Then Jesus said,
Sit here while I pray a little space ahead.
Took Peter, James, and John with him. He took them a little further than the others, then he made them wait there for him. He said to them,
My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch.
He went a little farther alone and prayed earnestly.
Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done.
An angel appeared, strengthening him. His sweat became like drops of blood. When he returned, he found his disciples sleeping. He gently reproved them, saying,
Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray, that you may not enter into temptation.
3 times, Jesus prayed the prayer in that place. If you are willing, remove this cup from me. In answer to this prayer by Jesus, there was no rumbling of thunder, no lightning flash, no voice out of heaven heard. If it weren't for the angel from heaven that came and strengthened him, it would seem as if heaven were totally silent. Does this tell us that his Father forced death on the cross on Jesus? No. Jesus made it clear in the Bible that he could walk away from the cross if he so chose. He said, I lay down my life that I may take it again. No one takes it away from me, but I lay it down by myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again. My Father gave me this privilege. What kind of love is this that chooses obedience when escape is possible? Even as he spoke, Judas Iscariot arrived, accompanied by a large crowd armed with swords and clubs. from the chief priests and elders of his people. Now he had given them a sign saying, "Whoever I kiss, he is the one." He went straight to Jesus and said, "Master." He kissed him. Jesus said,
Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?
"Seize him." A soldier shouted.
Lord, shall we strike with the sword?
Put your sword back into its place. Shall I not drink the cup the Father has given me?
And all the disciples fled. Peter followed them to the high priest's court, keeping a safe distance. The servant girl recognized Peter from Gethsemane, pointed at him, and said,
You also were with Jesus of Galilee.
I do not know what you mean.
This man was with him.
I do not know the man.
A rooster crowed. And Peter remembered the words of Jesus. Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Then he went out and wept bitterly.
Lord, sobbing.
When failure meets the eyes of grace, which one do we believe? They brought Jesus before Pilate's court. Pilate asked Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus said, "You say that." The chief priests and the crowd shouted, "Crucify him."
Pilate asked, "Shall I release Barabbas or Jesus who is called Christ?" They all shouted, "Release Barabbas, crucify Jesus." So Pilate washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of the blood of this righteous person." When we come face to face with the truth, Jesus, do we accept him or reject him? When we know what is right, do we stand with Jesus or follow the crowd?
They made him carry his cross and led him away to Golgotha.
Hail, King of the Jews!
They nailed him to the cross. The total rejection was heartbreaking. The nailing was brutal, and the pain agonizing. He could see and hear those who were hurting and killing him, yet he did not hate them or curse them. Instead, he prayed for them, saying,
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
There were 2 criminals crucified with him, one on his right hand and one on his left. One of them said to him, "If you are the Christ, save yourself and us." The other crucified criminal on his other side was repentant and respectful to Jesus. He begged him, saying,
Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom.
Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise.
In the 6th hour, darkness covered the land.
My God, why have you forsaken me?
He then breathed his last.
It is finished.
The earth shook. The veil of the temple was torn in 2. If it is finished, what was truly finished that day? What did Jesus finish on the cross that we could never finish ourselves? Dawn breaks over the empty tomb. But very early in the morning on the 3rd day, Mary came and stood outside the tomb, weeping after looking inside and seeing the Lord's body was no longer there. She turned and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know that it was Jesus. He said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you seeking?" Supposing him to be the gardener, she answered through her tears, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus speaks Mary's name with his usual love, Mary. In that moment, her eyes were opened, and she recognized him. Mary reaches toward Jesus in joy, but Jesus quickly says to her, "Do not cling to me."
for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary went and told the disciples, "I have seen the Lord." But they didn't believe her until he appeared and spoke to them also. They then proclaimed they had seen the Lord.
The cross was not the end. The grave could not hold him. He won the victory over death and hell. But the story was not finished. What Jesus accomplished would now be carried forward, not by one man alone, but through those who believed. Continue with part 3.